Welcome back. So it's not as sunny as it should be today. It's raining in Florida, where I live in Florida. But yeah, we're back here on the stream, and I want to talk about what I'm accumulating coming Monday. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor by trade. What I do is I share my strategy, my tools. If you all can hear that, that's the rain just started, so that's hitting on my window. So yeah, I'm just sharing my journey in the public portfolio, what I've been up to, and let's go ahead. So the reason that I'm starting this and sharing it live because a lot of people with inflation globally, where it's going, people are just letting their money sit in checkings in their account. Most checking accounts don't have any high interest. The saving accounts, I haven't seen anything more than 4.5 in the US. Coming from Dubai, I didn't even have a high yields saving account, you know. But back then, when I used to live and work there, there's no tax income, so I saved a lot of money and I invested in the right things. I feel that it was the right things for me. So you got to do what feels the best for you, right? Um, so the public portfolio that I started in Robinhood. So I'm using Robinhood only because one of my close clients were like, "How do I start investing?" Uh, at least a year ago, and I'm like, "Listen, this is how you open an app. This is what you do." I've linked my below if you want to use it. Robinhood. I feel it's more user friendly than most apps, but then that's just my opinion. So I showed her how to go about and do it, and what I wanted to even share with everyone because then a couple of her people came towards me and like, can you show me and this? So from then on, I started accumulating more into Robinhood, and I showed people like if I was going to buy something in a public portfolio when the market's down in red, that would be a good lesson for people to see, including myself. And if I'm helping others, I want to show the real thing because showing green is great, but how do we get to the green growth, right? So what I've been accumulating, and because Monday is tomorrow, and right now Eastern time it's 1:26 p.m. in the afternoon. This is my strategy going forward for this week, right, from tomorrow onwards. So let me just jump right into it and tell you guys what I'm buying in Robinhood tomorrow, right? So I'm already in these plays, right? And also remember that having a strong foundation with ETFs, index funds, uh, you know, it's better. What does ETF stand for? Again, is exchange trade funds, which is basically baskets of companies like the top Fortune 500 companies are in, like which follow S&P 500. It could be like VOO. Then there's that tracks all the major companies out there. So having a fund, as an example, have those in your portfolio first, whether it's a VOO, VTI, Triple Q, they all follow. Look them up, use ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, and see what these companies track. Because most of y'all, what I suggest any person, how I started was investing in these first to build my base, right? The stability. So recession come, uh, whatever, another COVID, blah blah blah. My portfolio is proofed, so it's not really volatile where something happens and bah, right? So have those first, and then individual stocks are great, but also they're great when they're on sale, but they're also really bad when they dip because they dip hard. So if you're not used to seeing red, just buy into the safe ETFs, etc. Right? So going back to accumulating, and the public portfolio is really easy. Like you can start with one, two, $5, $10, whatever you feel you're comfortable with, right? So these are the existing plays that I'm accumulating in the Robinhood. Let me just show you once again, opening up my Robinhood, and right now, as the market closed on Friday, obviously, so I'm down in the public portfolio, $34 down. That's a current investment in it, and right. So if you go through, like, I'm down in SoFi, I'm down in American Express, Coin, Hood. My VO is even down $30. I'm up in SCHD. That's another ETF. Microsoft down, and what's that other guy? APH, Google down $84. So now, because I'm so down, here's Nvidia 75, and it goes on right now. So because the market's on sale, the reason the public portfolio is to show everybody that one day when I pop open this, it's going to be green. So my private portfolio has been over there. It's been existing for more than a decade, so about probably like 11, 12 years. And I'm not showing that. It's not because I want to show off or brag. I'm not showing that because that's green. All of the market's red, that's really green, right? So some of my individual stocks are like 100, 200, 300% growth, right? Just to give you a ballpark figure. But I want to do this to show myself that we can come out of this, right? Like one day I open this and it'll be 10 grand, right? But to get there, you still need to. I can't just stop investing right now. But what I can do, because the market's down, I can keep on adding to these plays of these stocks and slowly build it and accumulate, right? But you want to accumulate what I'm doing. I'm accumulating the right companies that I believe in, right? This is again not financial. I'm not a financial license uh, advisor or anything, but I've been doing this in my private portfolio, and it's been working for me, right? Um, I want to grow my investments great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add like more money in VOO, right? Whether it's 10, 15, 20, I'm adding more money in VOO because like I said, that's my foundation. I'm in my software because these are really down. Adobe, CRM, now in my portfolio, they're down in the public. So I'm adding to them. I'm going to put like 30, 50, depending how, because right now, if you look at Adobe, my Adobe stock is like $75 down. So I'm going to put half of that, right? To 30 and some change. And the reason I'm not putting another $75 in it or right now in the public portfolio is because I don't know how much lower these stocks can go, right? So because on sale, the prices can, in my opinion, go down more. Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to accumulate more stocks, right, in terms of shares, right? So you can see all the shares numbers. So I'm trying to get. So my goal for very soon is that all of these stocks, shares, like I want in the public portfolio 10 Adobe shares, CRM, Salesforce 10, right? They right now like on 2 and 1, and you can see, right? So I'm trying to accumulate all of them. So what I'm going to buy tomorrow for Monday, as soon as the market opens, I'm going to look and gauge. Again, I'll be live over here when the market opens. So I'm going to obviously buy VO, like I said, SPMO, Adobe, Salesforce, Meta. Meta, look at Meta, dude. Meta is down in the public portfolio, $127 down right here. That's massive, right? I'm also I was talking to the wife, and I'm like, in the public portfolio, right? I don't have Amazon in this portfolio, but let's look at Amazon, right? So Amazon right now is 198, right? And look at the chart, it's like bang, right? But let me show you this. So year to date, which is basically year to date in Jan 2nd, 2000. So in the beginning of the year, it was 231. So it's 190. Let's say 1 year ago. 1 year ago, the highest it got to, I mean, it's still on sale. Like the highest it got to is 239 that I can see, 242, Jan 29th to Feb 4th, 242, one share, right? So 194. But like I moved to this new location in the US, and although like I have a car now, we still drive to a Walmart or Target to get the essentials, but I'm still using Amazon as well to get certain essentials, only because it's like if I've just come home and I've forgotten something, I'm like, oh my god, like just do it on Amazon. It's easy. It's my fingertips and I'm doing it, right? So I don't even want to see how much I spent. I moved to Florida since like literally living in this place March 11, right? So I don't want to see like from March 11 till now, like how much I spent on Amazon is going to be crazy. Like when I say crazy, my version of crazy, right? So in the public portfolio, I don't have Amazon, and I want to like this is my strategy, right? So if I'm spending on Amazon for as a number, like if I'm spending 20, 50 a week, I want to put the same into the public portfolio because I have Amazon on private, right? The private portfolio, Amazon's been there, whatever, right? But this whole this whole stream, whether it's from last week, this week, and future, is going to be about public portfolio and how I'm trading if I got into market today as a newbie, a fresher, as a beginner, right? So I want to show that to myself that I can do it. If I can do it, I'm sure everybody else can do it, right? As just entering into the market. If the market's really down by a scary time, that's what I'm trying to show people that hey, we can do it. Even if it's small money, big money, you gotta realize what's your pocket size and put that into it, right? So that's my strategy going on Monday. I'm buying Amazon as well in the public portfolio, and I want to put so I'm doing the maths. For example, my maths last week I've spent about honestly like 400 and plus dollars on Amazon. So I'm not going to put all $400 on Amazon public portfolio on the. I'll probably put dips because, like I said, it's on sale, right? So I don't know how far it's going to drop. But this is what I wanted to show you, right? Like just because it's down, I'm not stopping. I know these companies. Let me just show you this, right? So Meta, as an example, right now it's $520 close of um, Friday, right? But let me show you this. So in this portfolio, I just have 1.2 shares, right? Okay, my average call is 621. Like I said, the current I'm down $127. Is currently 520. Market opens tomorrow. But let me show you this, right? In the app, the Robinhood app, which it has all these datas, right? I'm a gold member. I only pay $5 a month. But look at this. So basically, analyst Morningstar rating has given this. It's saying that it's $850, right? What is 850? The fair value of it, right? So if they're saying that, okay, and I've seen it just grow crazy. I know because everyone like I put content every day on Instagram, and automatically it uploads on Facebook, right? So I'm using these companies, their platforms, their services. Meta owns WhatsApp as well, so all my family members that are in Dubai or India or England or wherever, right? I'm choosing WhatsApp, right? So I'm putting money where I think in certain brands. Like for example, I like drinking Celsius. Um, it's not bougie, it's great. I like the flavor, the taste. In my private portfolio, I own Celsius. I have Apple devices. Coming, I'm talking to you on a Apple laptop. I own Apple in the private portfolio, right? And I've been owning it, right? So these are the things I wanted to just talk to you about going into Monday tomorrow. Have a strategy, have a budget in mind, and say, okay, if I'm using $50, $100, whatever it is, but put fractional shares. What are fractional shares? So a little amount of that company. If you can't buy one share of a company because it's let's say $100, you can put $5 in. So you own a fractional share of that company, and that's how you start accumulating slowly. Have a target set, like okay, come summer, August peak, I'm gonna be holding these many shares of this company because I know the growth's gonna be there, right? So that's what fractional shares are. We live in a day and age which, back then I remember I couldn't buy fractional shares when I lived in Dubai. I had to buy one share of a company. But, now anyone can be an investor. And it's not now, it's been there, but it's more easier to do now to get into these companies, right? So I just want to leave you with that for now, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. So peace, take care, keep investing, keep doing your thing, make it happen, and own it for yourself.